So good morning everybody, welcome to day 2 of the Cotswold Way. Today I'll be starting here in Winchcombe and my end today is Birdlip. Now apparently this is a lot further than a lot of other people walk today, so I'm doing 21 miles. I've got the Royal George booked in Birdlip, and can I just give out a massive shout out to Carol in my Airbnb last night. She's done an absolute golden gem, and she's taking one of my bags off me, which she's taken half the way out this bag for me to get today done. Absolute beautiful room, could not argue, absolutely perfect, lovely little home. I'd highly recommend it. So if you're in Winchcombe, if you go right through the whole of the village and go past the church at the end, she's just down at the end. So if you're looking at getting some cheap accommodation in such an expensive area, then I'd recommend staying with Carol. She's dead lovely, and I couldn't have argued. And the breakfast she's given me, and I'm much appreciated for that. Really well thought out, and I'll be happily staying there again. But no, thank you, Carol, if you do see this. But like I say, today it's 21 miles. I've got a lot of on the tops today, not as much up down compared to yesterday. I was doing a lot of up and then down. A lot of it is on the tops today, which I'm quite thankful for. It's going to be hot, so I need to get a move on. It's now just gone 5:30 this morning. Getting out, we've got a long day today. But let's see what the day brings. It's going to be a very interesting day. Enjoyed yesterday. I'm looking forward to what's going to be on offer today, because we've got a good view of Cheltenham today, all being well. So we'll head off in this lovely direction down this road, and then we'll rejoin the trail. Let's see what the day brings. So we've reached Bella's Nap. It looks like one of, as you can see, Hill Fort. As you can see, all the culverts there. Nice little area. Hard climb getting up here, but now I'm here. Well worth it. But plenty more miles to go. Getting off the top there of the nab. Wow, that was some steep descent to then go, well, as I can see in front of me, that's Cleve Hill. That's what we've got to go up next. This should be my second climb of the day. I've got one more major one that's towards one of the reservoirs later on, and then apart from that we're kind of sitting on the tops really for most of the day. But no, getting off the top of there, wow, started off nice and gradual and obviously flat, and then just got steep quick. Dropping now, very short drop now before we then make our steep ascent then up the side of Cleve Hill up towards the golf club, and then should be on the tops then for a good few hours before then we drop again and then climb again. Can't win, can you? Just then pass through the farm there. There's a little alternate route. I say alternate, it's more of a primary route, how they've labelled it, to get round the farm. Seems that the farmer doesn't want you walking through the many gates you've got to go through to get through his farm, so made life a little easier. But no, enjoyable so far. Got some good views back over Winchcombe, but should have the better views when I get to the top of Cleve Hill, and we should, fingers crossed, be able to see Cheltenham and onwards towards Gloucester. So let's get up there, shall we? So I've made it to the top of Cleve Hill. This sits 317 feet, I think, above sea level. Just down in the valley, see Winchcombe, and then just down here, Cheltenham. You can just make out the race courses through that, and then Gloucester's just behind that. But what a view! Absolutely stunning. Hard climb towards the top of this, but well worth it. Absolutely amazing. Now it's just got to get down now. So I've just hit Prestbury Nature Reserve. Nice coming off Cleve Common. However, there is a couple of junctions that come up quite quickly, and some of them are waymarked and then some not so much, and then if you don't take the right one, you went the wrong way. So just want to keep an eye out when you do come off the top of Cleeve Common around the fort area. Just keep your eyes peeled on wayfinding, and if you're unsure, check your maps, but should be now following the sides here now, and then we shouldn't be too far, I'd hopefully presume, from the drop down towards Charlton Kings and Dowdsworth, I think it is, Reservoir, before we make our last final major ascent up back onto the tops for the rest of the day. But going good, but look at this. That's really, really nice, and obviously a smashing view of the racecourse. So I'm gonna get off and crack these last good few miles down to the bottom of Charlton Kings. So we've just reached the little area of Dowdswell. There is a pub called the Reservoir here. I'm going to pop in, I think. Well, the heat as it is now, and I've got the climb next after here, so I'm going to pop in, top up water, I think, if I can, and get a nice ice cold drink while I'm here. Me as well. So despite Google saying that this place is open, it is really not. It doesn't open for another hour and a half, but I found a water tap just on the wall here, so I've topped all my water up, obviously filtered it just to be on the safe side, and then obviously I've now got a full set of water now, again for the last 10 miles. We are now halfway into the day, so if I was to have split it today, obviously, it would have meant I finished here for the day and then found accommodation most likely in Cheltenham. But obviously with a lack of annual leave and I've got the leg strength, I think, for it. I hope I do. I think I can push on for that last 10 miles to Birdlip, and it means it's 10 miles less, and I can do it in 6 days rather than the usual 7. So pushing on now, get up to the top of this. I've doused in, and then I can make my way onto the tops again, really, for the rest of the day, because apart from climbing this, there's nothing really major now we have to climb as such. So get out of here, but unfortunately this has let me down, but oh well, I got shade and I got out the weather, so not too much complaining. Let's get on with it, shall we? Well, we're on the top of Whitley Hill, just in the background there, Cleeve Hill. Obviously walked all the way down and then up the atrocious, very steep incline up to the top of Lime Wood. But I've got a lovely view of Cheltenham. Before, when I said that was Cheltenham, that was Ashchurch, Tewkesbury. But obviously Cheltenham is literally just down here. But you can see where we're heading. That lovely freaking hill there. We're heading now towards Seven Springs. There is a petrol station. I'm going to try and aim for there for lunch. Just gone, I think, 20 past 11, so it's perfect timing really for lunch. We head literally now for the road for that, and then we climb then for, I think it's 2 more bigger hills, and then we start the very gradual descent then towards Birdlip. Overall today I've actually really enjoyed it. It's been hard getting out of the bottom there, but to be fair, win some, lose some, overall I've been happy. It's looking over the Malvern Hills now. The haze has cleared, you can just about make it out now in the distance. Couldn't see that really in full view this morning, but you can see it now and it looks absolutely stunning, and I'm really proud to have kept going today. Obviously the pack being lighter, again thanks to Carol for that. That's helped a lot today. I don't think I'd have got as much done as what I have done at the moment with that weight. Obviously the weight I'm happy carrying, but if I can get a day without taking all of it, why not? And also, while we're here, we're going to settle something. Who here likes blackberries? Because the amount of blackberries I've seen on this walk is ridiculous. I've had about 4 today, but the amount of bushes I kept walking past, I was like, might as well get a freaking tub full here. There's that many to choose from, but obviously they're in season, so picking them was like perfect, and obviously little snacks then on the way. So it's a nice way to one, get a bit of blackberry juice in your mouth, and then also obviously some fruit, so I'm not complaining too much. But yeah, aiming now for Seven Springs, get to that petrol station, and then I'll make a start then towards, well, I think it's a petrol station, it's that or a pub, it's one of the two, and I'll make a start then, that lovely climb then for that thing, but it shouldn't be, looking at it, should be nice and gradual, all being well, so fingers crossed. Right, let's get off here, shall we? So I've been let down, no petrol station and no pub. Oh well, I've just literally sat behind a tree there, because there was literally no benches or anything. Now we've got three more hills. I'm still a little bit more climbing, but nothing major, and then we should be more or less done and dusted for the day. Obviously I'm at Seven Springs roundabout. It's quite nice to actually get here. I've got just over 7.5 miles, I'd say, left to do. It's starting to feel a little bit tired now. Obviously I'm going to feel it if I'm doing a long day like this, but keep pushing and I'll be there. But for now, let's push on, get up this to the top of this hill, and then I can push on them from there. So see you at the top. So I've reached the top of Hartley Hill. This is one of two, and I now continue on the top here to like Hampton Hill. I think there's a trig point there, but look at that for a view. That is absolutely amazing. You can see all the Malvern Hills, and apparently when I get further around towards Leckhampton, apparently I can see the River Severn, so that'll be quite a nice sight, that. But to see where I've walked this morning and then where I am now, I have done some mad miles. Really mad miles. I literally walked basically the entire of Cheltenham today. So it's been a long day. But yeah, Hartley Hill. Now to get to Leckhampton Hill, that shouldn't take too long. It's literally on the tops now. And then from there we head over then towards Crickley Hill. I think that's our final hill for the day. Before then we finally make our final approach then towards Birdlip. But I'm loving this walk. Right, this is something I was going to mention as well. So compared to this and the Cleveland Way, because the views I'm getting today are very similar to day one, this in terms of views is better. I am going to compare it. The Cleveland Way, however, I preferred. Obviously coastal views and all that sort of stuff. But this goes on to my next point for next year. So a couple of walks confirmed are the West Highland Way and the Wainwright's Coast to Coast. I'm putting my finger out there a little bit to do the coast to coast, but I've got a year, all paid for, all sorted. Doing that over 12 days, I managed to combine some smaller days into a little bit bigger days, but still keeping a few shorter walks in there. But overall, that's going to be the main highlight of the year. I have got a cruise as well, off to the Norwegian Fjords next year. So I've got a lot planned next year, but the two main walks are going to be the West Highland Way and the Coast to Coast. So on that note, you can enjoy what I have here, and then next year you can have that. So can I. But in the meantime, let's keep going. We've got a fair while to go yet. Let's keep going. So I've reached the trig point on top of Leckhampton. Nice little area this, nice little view. And I can see our final major hill before Birdlip. I think I can make out Birdlip from here, to be fair. But yeah, not too bad. Nice gentle walk that round the corner. Nothing major. But I'm on top now. It's now downhill again from here. So I'm in my accommodation for the night. I'm in the Royal George Hotel in Birdlip. And the last 2.5-3 miles were a long stretch, getting off Leckhampton Hill. Just wanted to get down and off, and obviously I got onto the main road. I just power through it. got onto the last hill, had a very brief stop in the cafe, I should say. Bumped into someone who had been crisscrossing all day with. Her name's Alexa, ironically, and I bumped into her at the cafe. With ironically staying here as well, so walked with her for the last 2 or 3 miles. So it was nice having a chat. But I ended up coming off a little earlier off the hill because it's just a fort I'm missing, so I'm not overly arsed. But still got the same view coming over into Birdlip and the 1 in 6 gradient just to finish the day off. It nearly finished me off. But this is now at the end of day 2. 23.5 miles. Not easy. But overall, I really, really enjoyed today. Sun's been out most of the day. It's now a bit overcast. Tomorrow should be a bit warmer. Looking at 26, 27 degrees, but it's going to be a shorter day, 16 miles tomorrow. With the full bag. I've now got my bag fully packed now with everything in it. And that'll get me to Stonehouse tomorrow. So for now, I'm going to go and get some food, and I will see you in the next one.